Are we watching the real Heather Gay and the real Whitney Rose? Finally, are they getting exposed? There is a lot to talk about this because the crossover of Below Deck Down Under with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is showing us, of Beverly Hills, of Salt Lake City, is showing us a different face that we did not see on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and we need to talk about it. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the Real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. If you are new here, welcome to Beverly Troop, where I keep it real and I mention it all. So make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you are part of the old crew and you have not done it yet, go to the notification bell, turn it off and turn it on again. Okay, you do not want to miss all the tea, and probably your notifications are off anyways. Okay, all right guys, let's talk about this mess before we start. Happy Lunar New Year. It's celebrated tonight, and tomorrow is Lunar New Year, which we are moving from the year of the snake to the year of the horse of fire. So girl, the snake push us to transform ourselves. The horse is taking us into the next step in the next chapter of our life. If you want to know more about this, let me know in the comments, and I will, I don't know, do a video or something, about this, because there is a lot to do about this. And I have been celebrating Lunar New Year for years. So yeah, it's a big thing in my household. So anyways, let's talk about this mess. The episodes of, Below Deck Down Under are out there, especially everything that happened with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And there has been a lot of conversation out there because while on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has been very clear that the producers were really kind of like working with Heather Gay to portray her as this good person while trying to go after Lisa Barlow. I think the producers of Below Deck Down Under, they were like, bitch, we don't care about any of that shit. We just care about showing the mess that this girl were actually doing, right? So, and we are barely actually seeing Lisa Barlow, and we're actually starting to see the behaviors of some of the other women, right? But more specifically, the viewers caught a lot of attention into the behavior of Heather Gay and Whitney Rose. Okay, they are not having a good behavior whatsoever. They are acting very entitled. They are acting like, like everyone needs to just do whatever they want to do. And also they're noticing that their drinking behavior has been excessive. There's a couple things to say about this. Yes, Heather Gay was the primary, and I think on these yachts it's very common that you can ask for whatever you want to ask, and they have to cater to you and just do whatever that you want them to do, right? At the same time, they are kind of vacation, so over drinking on vacation is whatever, right? But if you're gonna come here and accuse other people like Meredith Marks of being an alcoholic and a pill popper, I will kind of take care of myself first in front of the camera, so I don't see I am the one who is drinking like crazy. Because during the whole episodes that we have been watching, we are not seeing a drunk Meredith Marks or a drunk Lisa Barlow or any of that, but we are definitely watching a wasted Whitney Rose and an extremely intoxicated Heather Gay. So a lot of people are definitely calling that out, saying why are you being such a hypocrite when you are having this behavior in front of the camera? You are being mean, you are being kind of degrading. They are saying that on the second episode where Whitney and Heather keep pushing for food all the time, while changing everything 3 times and alienating half of the girls, so they have to eat in the room while they were only the ones allowed to eat on the main dining room. It's a very mean girl behavior. In fact, I don't even understand how this will work, because I will believe that if I'm in the room, I'm actually knowing that the other girls are having lunch upstairs and then I am not being invited. Like super weird. In fact, we actually kind of like are able to see Brittany trying to go and have dinner and basically telling her like, oh no, actually we're gonna serve you in your room because there is another situation going over there. And she's like, oh, okay, you know. So they're like seeing that, you know, Heather Gay and Whitney Rose are acting like this mean girl behavior, weird shit, you know, and they are the ones who are managing and literally being like the puppeteers, because at the end of the day, Angie Katzenevas and Bronwyn Newport, they just are kind of like, yeah, we just do whatever you want us to do, right? Um, and they keep like being very rude and asking for extra food, you know, and the food and the food and the food, you know, but in not in a very nice way. So like, you know, social media is reacting saying like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is like honestly like the rudest guest that we have seen, right? We have seen demanding guests and demanding primaries, but like this level of like rudeness we have not seen, right? On the other hand, we also are, it makes a lot of sense now. There was something that happened at BravoCon that a lot of us did not understood, right? On one of the Watch Happens Live, Captain Jason was there with like a bunch of like people in that episode that I was, you know, there, and I show you the videos of Whitney Rose being completely, you know, wasted. On that same episode, they asked Captain Jason that who were the rudest guests from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you know, and at that moment, out of nowhere, he said that it was Heather Gay and Whitney Rose. And we kind of like didn't understand, and we it took us completely by surprise. I remember the whole like us who were like seated, you know, the audience, you know, everyone was like, whoa, you know, because we were expecting, I don't know what we were expecting. I mean, probably Mary, you know, or at that moment, maybe people were expecting him to say like Meredith Marks, because there were happening a lot of things, you know, on Real House of Lake City. So for him to say Heather Gay and Whitney Rose, it was so out of character, and it was so like, what? You know, it was weird, you know, like we didn't get it, but we're like, oh, okay, whatever. And it kind of like glazed over it, and we didn't pay too much attention. But now watching their side, now it makes sense. Now I understand why Captain Jason was saying that, because yes, they were being extremely rude to the crew, you know, and even to Captain Jason. And it was like Heather Gay keep trying to like flirt with him, like, I mean, like in a very aggressive way. I don't know, it was very weird, you know. So I don't know, I mean, not a good look for the Real House of Salt Lake City in general, but specifically for Heather and Whitney. And this is the side that they are not showing us on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which now we can see that there are some producers who might be playing so favoritism. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, you know, so Latino moment, girl. So anyways, let me know what you guys think on the comments below. Are you watching? If you are not watching, even if you don't like Below Deck, go and watch the the three first episodes of Below Deck Down Under, because that's when, you know, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City are going to be there, and you're gonna catch a whole different side that we have not been seeing. So anyways, let me know what you guys think on the comments below, and if you're gonna get all the tea related to Below Deck Down Under, Real House of Salt Lake City, or any of the other Bravo shows, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.